today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Cam Newton and the Las Vegas Raiders.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. This will make it into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
And the Raiders have got him. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Reagor. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 58 yards. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
Yeah, that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile. That's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game, and his team is having a whole lot of fun because when they score a touchdown, some fan's going to get lucky and get the game ball.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 16 carries, 60 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Newton got his connection complete to Ruggs, and he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. And they'll try the jet sweep here, and he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 38, Newton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hand. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Wentz now to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Wentz. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. And down inside the 15, shy of the... On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That time a 9-play drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. As the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. for Henry Ruggs. He was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards to just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Jacobs now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They had him without a sack in week 1. But how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Spinning away. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing on first is Wentz. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Escapes the defender. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 15. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Oluokun made the tackle there from his safety position. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
A lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Raiders, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And this one's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Newton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. This is a pretty significant moment, a pretty cool moment. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards, and we might as well go ahead and measure for the gold jacket.
Make sure you measure it right, too. Make sure it fits perfectly when he walks out there for that ceremony. 50,000 yards in the NFL. Wow, longevity, talent, a little bit of luck along the way, and a whole lot of people helping him get it done.
On 1st down, Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again, Newton. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 11-yard line.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Wentz to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A final shot before half for Wentz. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Saints who are out in front. Michael Thomas, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll keep the Florida theme going as we head north to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Gardner Minshew, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 27, Newton got an open man. It's Ruggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Back to throw, Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot. Anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. First throw now for the backup Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Throw for it on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
4 makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 54 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Matthew McCrane on for the PAT. And that'll make it 13-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Wentz now on 1st down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. To throw again on second down. Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. Unlike the old rule, possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw his Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 14 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
McCrane on for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Everybody stay under control. Let's just make plays, man.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter. That's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Again, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Wentz to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Sanders. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. From the gun, it's Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll run with Sanders. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants?
Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. Back to throw. Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Now Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
To throw is Carr. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. O'Shane Ximines in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
That's third down. 3rd and long.
He's back to throw. Past the 20. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. His pass caught at the 4. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. for the lead. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Back to throw, Carr. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Las Vegas, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.